Good morning, students. Today we'll start the topic hydrated salts and water of crystallization. Here, when we are seeing, generally anhydrous salts are colorless. See in that picture, white color is there, no? Most of the anhydrous salts are colorless. Here they are adding water. When water is added to that anhydrous salt, this copper sulfate, it is getting blue color. See the change, students. So what is hydrate? That we are going to see here. A substance containing water of crystallization. If a substance is having water molecules, then it is called as hydrated substance. That water can be expelled. Expelled is nothing but removed by heating, so that it has become anhydrous salt. So when water is added, it get the color. When you remove the water, it becomes colorless. Here we are going to see the water of crystallization. When we are saying about water of crystallization, it is the amount of water which is necessary to maintain the crystalline properties of certain metallic compounds. So, only when it possesses water molecules, then only it will get the geometrical shape as well as color. So copper sulfate attains blue color only due to the presence of water molecules. See this picture, students. Here they are taking the copper sulfate in a test tube and it is allowed to heat now. See that copper sulfate, blue color copper sulfate, it is heating. So here that blue color copper sulfate, on heating, that blue color turns to colorless. Hydrated copper sulfate, it is giving blue color. On heating, say that heating also here it is there. On heating, that blue color slowly changes to white, that is colorless. Now the concept is clear. What is hydrated salt and what is water of crystallization? Students, now let us see what is meant by hygroscopy and deliquescence. When we are saying about hygroscopy, certain substances, suppose when we are exposing that substance to air, atmospheric air, at ordinary temperature, it will absorb that moisture. At the same time, its physical state will not be changed. Physical state in the sense, if it is solid, it will be in the solid state itself. If it is liquid, liquid state itself. Likewise, physical change will not be changed. Physical state will not be changed. So such substances we are saying it as hygroscopic substance, and this property is called as hygroscopy. So a substance is said to be hygroscopic if it readily absorbs the water from the atmosphere and forming hydrates. Even this hygroscopic substances is also used as drying agents. So here this calcium oxide and silica gel are the examples for hygroscopic agents. Now let us see what is meant by deliquescence. Deliquescence, when we are saying converting the solid substances into liquid. That's what in next slide I'll show you how it is changing. So conversion of solid substance into liquid because of the absorption of moisture. Either it is absorbing moisture or water vapor from the air and it is getting completely dissolved. So here when we are saying it is losing its crystalline shape. So ultimately it is dissolving in the water and forming the saturated solution. Do you know why this deliquescence takes place? Because it is having high affinity for water. See here, sodium hydroxide, which is given in the form of pellet. This deliquescent substance, it is losing its crystalline shape and ultimately dissolving in absorbed water, so that it is forming saturated solution. Students, now let us see the differences between this hygroscopic substances and deliquescent substance. When we are taking hygroscopic substance, when it is exposed to the atmosphere at ordinary temperature, at that time it will absorb that atmosphere, that is moisture. It will absorb the moisture, but it doesn't dissolve. Whereas in case of deliquescence, when we are saying, when we are exposing the deliquescent substance to the atmospheric air, at that time what it will do in the sense, it will absorb the moisture and dissolves. You saw the example, sodium hydroxide pellet, you saw in earlier slide, no? So that is the best example. Second difference is that it doesn't change the physical state in case of hygroscopic substance. Whereas in deliquescent substance, physical state it will be changed because it is dissolving, no? So solid is converted into liquid state. So that will not happen for hygroscopic substance. Generally, when we are saying hygroscopic substance, it may be amorphous solids or liquids. Whereas in case of deliquescent substance, these are all crystalline solids. I think now you can understand the entire topics. Today what we covered? Hydrated salts, water of crystallization, hygroscopy and deliquescence. Thank you. Thank you, students.